Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome back. It's Tuesday night, and we have got some exciting things to share with you. And I also wanted to say that I posted a link in the chat box, but I think I didn't post it all the way. So I apologize for that. It's just basically it was a video to a song a video that we put out, but I'll repost it as we go, and you'll find it. But anyway, the main focus here tonight is we are going to talk, of course, about Gala Games and Ledger Wallet. So if you are here, go ahead and let me know you're here. Punch in, say where you're from. If you're returning, whoever you are, let me know that you're here. Would love to hear from you. I'm going to have a sip of water before we get started. And those of you who are watching on the replay, let me know that you did. Just type in Dojo Fam, F-A-M, to let me know you're seeing this. We've got someone. All right, who just liked it? It helps the algorithm and lets people know that we're on, because this is big news. This is big news. Hey, Dave. Oh man, I remember seeing your tweet earlier today, man. I know it's late for you. Thanks for coming on, but this is huge. This is a big deal. This information I want to share with you guys. And, I want to give people, and I'll repeat it a few times. I want to see if we can get a few more people coming in. But this just came over the wire. Was it this morning? Did I do this video? Yeah, I did it yesterday morning with regards to Ledger Wallet. Finally, from what I understand, sorting out their issues, figuring out whatever their bug fix, whatever they had to do to get their wallet. Yeah, man, glad to be here too. You know what they say, every day above ground is a great day. And if you think you're having a bad one, we'll try missing one. Anyway, so Ledger Wallet has finally solved their issues. To my understanding, I'm hearing from people now that everyone is starting to kind of see the right contract address, the values are right, and this is going to be something that it's been, over 2 weeks? Little over 2 weeks, almost 2.5 weeks that we've been dealing with the V2 upgrade. It was the 15th, actually. Yeah, it was the 15th of this month. And since then, we've been having issues with wallets and, everyone getting on board and updating whatever they need to update to make this work. So I'm really happy and really glad that this actually occurred, that we finally got this fixed, as far as I know. Now, Dave, you use Ledger, yes? And if those of you who are here, let me know you're here. And if you're using Ledger Wallet to keep your Gala, post in the comments section. Let me know how that's working, because I don't have mine on Ledger, so I really want to know how things are going with that, if you're able to see the right contract address, all that good stuff. You know what? I didn't doubt Ledger either, to be honest with you. I know a lot of people were freaking out, but quite honestly, I knew. Hey, Brian, welcome, man. Glad you made it. So yeah, I'm not sure if you're just popping in, but I know hopefully you've been hearing about it. Ledger fixing their issues with their wallet and having the correct address and the correct values, populate. I didn't really have a doubt either. I was just a little frustrated that it was taking as long as it was to get everything updated. And I could see how people were a little stressed. I was having a conversation with someone earlier today, and they were like really stressed out a little bit, and they're like, oh, okay, or whatever, it's fine. It's just when we have a lot of Gala. Hey, what's going on, Mike? What's going on, man? Yeah. So I can't tell you how stoked I am. In the past 2 weeks, I've probably fielded about 500 questions regarding Ledger and what's going on with their wallets. Do I need to do anything? And I'm like, no, you don't have to do anything. Ledger just was taking their sweet ass time, trying to figure out what they need to figure out to get the wallets working right. So I'm really glad that they did that. and hopefully everybody will be online. Yeah, I get it, man. When you have a large bag and something like this happens, it's like, it's one thing if it's by your own hand, but when you don't have control over what's going on, and if you are here, hit that like, guys. Let everyone know we're here. This is news that's very important. If you're a Gala holder, and if you haven't heard the news, of course, then people need to hear it. Ledger's fixing their issues. Now, I'm not a coder. That's not what I focus on. So I don't know what the issues were. If you guys know, let me know when you get a chance. I'll look it up more too. But at this point, I'm just glad everyone's able to see the right Gala and know it's the V2. And I think some people it's still coming online for everyone. I think you have to update your wallet as well. And, so I think you have to update your wallet as well and then, get it going from there. But I know some people are thinking, oh, maybe I should transfer my Gala out. I'm like, don't do that. I mean, you can do whatever you want to do because I'm certainly not a financial advisor. I'm not going to tell you what to do. But I knew it, and I think all of us here and all of you guys watching knew that Ledger would get it together. Everything would be fine. But I just was like, just be careful of what kind of moving parts you do, because you could be really, for lacking discipline and a little patience, you could really be shooting yourself in the foot. So just hang back and things will work out. And I'm really glad that they did, because now we can kind of move on from this and start concentrating on the important things of building the Gallo ecosystem even more. Gallo. I always say that for some reason, Gallo. I don't know what it is. It's like Galileo 7 from Star Trek. It's Gala. But for some reason, I have a neural block, and I call it Gallo at times. I don't know why. It's just how that is. But I'm really amped up. I hope everyone had a good Memorial Day weekend. I ate a lot of stuff, man. And I've been fasting all day, trying to detox, and, man, just drinking a lot of water. So I hope you guys are having a great weekend. I'm glad we're back. And there's a lot of stuff going on, man. A lot of stuff happening. Nice. Oh, man. I need to set up my wife's PC to one of my monitors, because I run off like a 2-monitor system with my laptop. I really need to connect one of my monitors to her PC so I can get in on some of the play tests and everything going on this past month with Gala, because they've had a crap load of play tests with grit, and just Jason's been in there, and there's been so much going on. And a lot of these games it's not practical for me to play because I don't have a PC set up, and I right now anyway, I don't have the room. My desk, you can't really see it, but my desk I have my monitors set up on stands so they're up, and I have my laptop down on the table, and then I have my mic, and then whatever, my stream deck and whatever. So for me to try to I'm going to need another damn table, another desk to actually set up where I can do some of those games. But, we'll figure it out at some point. Hopefully, things will happen, and they will, move stuff into the Mac platform. But how is everyone doing? How are you guys doing this week? Hope everyone had a good, as good as you can be, Memorial Day weekend. Just drinking water. So let's talk a little bit. Let's actually, So let's actually chat a little bit about, is everyone seeing the proper, is everyone seeing the right numbers in your ledger? Yeah, I bet, Brian. It's nice down here in Florida, but so is everybody seeing like the correct numbers? Everyone's wallets are all worked out, and those of you if you're just hanging out and you're watching, say hello. Let us know who you are. If you're new, let us know who you are, because we're a family here. We all kind of work together, and we're talking Gala. And I want to go over some of the results in a few minutes of the polls that I did. And I think most of you guys responded to those polls. I asked two. It was last week. One was, the time. I gave like different choices, like 7:30, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. What would be the best time to do live streams. And okay, all right, good. All right, Dave is giving me the thumbs up that his ledger is happening. Great. There we go. Well done. There's one. Perfect. Now you can take a deep breath. All right, wait a minute. All right, let's go back here again. Got it. Okay. So, Mike, that was kind of a test. You did like a little mini test transaction. Smart. Yeah, it's always important to do whenever you're doing something like this. Do like these small, like micro transactions. You're sending maybe 50 or 100, whatever it is, just something really small. That way, if it works, great, no harm, no foul. You figured it out. If it doesn't work, you didn't lose a whole lot. Okay, good. All right, Mike, fantastic. Good. All right, there's two. But where was I? I see, this is where I go. I just kind of go off, and there's no script here. I have a rough outline, guys, and then we just go for it. So I drink my water, but so yeah, but good. I'm glad, and oh yeah, that's right. So the results of the polls, if you guys are interested, the majority of people said that, and I'm still going to leave them up for maybe another couple of days. I'll take them down. So if you haven't, go in the community tab and put your answer in there. I'm curious to see what you think. Either 7:30, 8 o'clock, or 9 o'clock. Now, no, for David, if I did a 9 p.m. live stream, there's no way he'd probably make it, because it's like 2 a.m. in the morning, I think. And where would you, like, for doing my videos, my YouTube videos, I was curious. I put a poll up asking, how many of you would like to see me do just exclusive Gala or not, or maybe a mix. So I'm gonna just punch this up right now. I'm gonna keep it up for a few more days, but I am going to give you a heads up. Let's see here. That's not what I want. And we will see where we go. Let's go here. All right. I'm curious to see. What do you guys think? So right now I have 114 votes. 114 votes. And 74% would like for me to do exclusive Gala. That's a lot. So I'm definitely going to I'm going to keep that up for a little bit longer. Even though I think what I'm most likely going to do, guys, is do videos that I have or have had or maybe will have. So I'm going to be doing videos on projects that I already have, ones I've done in the past, maybe ones I'm researching, and stay within the scope, because I do want to do a lot of Gala, but I also want to make sure that when I'm doing these live streams, that I'm having a little bit of diversification, because if not much is going on, then we're just in here kind of going whatever. So I want to make sure that we're not forgetting other important crypto stuff that's going on. And there's a lot of stuff that's going on with ADA, as a matter of fact. They are just really moving along in their development. And I know Charles has had a few AMAs. He comes on YouTube spontaneously and does videos. So that is definitely something. And again, full transparency, I'm an ADA holder. And but of course I'm not being paid or sponsored by them. But so when I do information, it's like stuff that's coming out that is important to me, because I have Cardano And those of you, if anyone here watching does, it's important to have. I do. I don't just hold Gala. I have probably right now, probably 5 or 6. I have 5 or 6 that I have as a in my portfolio right now. It's kind of small, but that's okay too. Oh, nice. What is that going? What's that, like $114 for Quint? What is that right now? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm thinking of something else. And it's really cool because, yeah, and I'm going to be honest with you, the majority of the crypto that I have, it's 117. Okay, I was close. The majority of the crypto that I have, I'm staking. I'm getting passive income. That to me is, if you're in again, that's just what I'm doing. But for me, if I can stake something and get more without investing more, I'm going to do that. H bar, right? Pretty much the majority of my cryptos are stakeable. You just got to find the right platform that you're going to get the most, APY, right? But, my Cardano, I've been staking for years, right? And then my H bar, which is interesting because H bar, for my little bag right now, and I'm going to add on to that, I can't believe it. It's just like a pretty good amount for such a small bag. All right, Brian, I'm posting this because I like staking ADA and HBAR because there's no lockup or bonding period. You can move it. Yeah, that's a huge thing. When you have these projects, who wants that? I don't. Now, I'll tell you something. If you were to stake your ADA on Coinbase, when you unstake it, it takes a couple of days. It's not immediate. Why anyone would want to stake ADA or whatever for Coinbase at least, I use Lace Wallet. Lace is it's developed by IOG, and so did I say IOG? I did. Anyway, by Cardano. So it's a native wallet for them, built by them. I'd much rather, now I've told this story before, a few years ago when I first got it, I had the dataless wallet, which is a full node wallet. Was fine at first, but my lord, it just got, the more time went on, it just became more and more, because every time you powered it up, it had to load every transaction. And so I got to a point where I had to remove it. I had to get it out of there. I had to put it back on Coinbase and find someplace else to park it. And then I discovered, and then waiting for Lace Wallet to be built, which it is now. And I was actually I was on the test net with it before it came live. And so that's where I park my ADA now, is on Lace Wallet. What? You can't link them. You should just be able to copy the address, Mike. You can't just get the address from Hashpack. Your numbered account address and do it like that. You might need to put it. Maybe Ledger requires a memo, but it should be a pretty simple. You should not necessarily, I wouldn't think, have to link the two, but I don't know. But I use Hashpack too. Hashpack is a really good. Really? No, you don't need to do that. All you need to do is you just take your, whatever it is, your account number or your address from Hashpack, put it in. Now what I did is I did the same thing. I just put it in and I just set maybe one or two without a memo, and it went. So, I don't really know why that's happening. Maybe you need to update your Coinbase app if you're doing it on an app. Maybe it needs to be updated. But yeah, you shouldn't have an issue. Oh, but it's wait a minute. No, not from Ledger. Give it a shot. If you need a hand, reach out. It's really not that difficult, and you start earning rewards within like a day, 2 days, and then you start getting rewards every day with HBAR, which I really like. So every night about 8 o'clock, 8:30, usually when I'm doing my live streams, I'm able to go in and collect my rewards. And I have, like I said, I have a pretty small bag right now. I don't have a whole lot. I will be adding on to it. So I'm bringing just about almost one HBAR a day. So that's not bad. And I'm probably this week I'm going to quadruple that and add more. So, oh yeah. Oh yeah, I know. You're like, how in the heck am I going to reach out to you? Well, you know what? Tell you what. Let me. You're on. Now, are you guys on Twitter? Is anyone on Twitter? By the way, I'm setting up some infrastructure for us to be able to communicate more. There's a lot of things happening that I'm creating for us. So I'm creating the opportunity for us to connect. But what I can do is maybe I can do a tutorial somehow. If you're like on Twitter or if you're on Facebook or any of those other platforms. Okay. So Mike, you're on Twitter? If you are, Crypto Dojo, you'll see me there. You can go ahead and send me an invitation or follow me, and that way I can kind of reach out to. We can connect that way. But I'm working right now as we speak. Probably by the end of the week, I'll have a few things set in place for us, so we have a home. All right, so that way it's easier for us to be able to communicate. And again, if you are here and you're watching, say hello. Let us know where you're from. We have a smaller live stream tonight, but that's okay. You guys are here, and anyone's watching after that, great. But again, exciting news again. Ledger has fixed their issues. Awesome. I'm going to post this here. And again, guys, remember, whatever I'm sharing with you is, of course, not financial advice. This is just what works for me. And everyone has their own strategy. Everyone has their own way of doing things. But if I can get right now at this position that we're in, if there's a way that I can earn some passive income from holding projects that I normally would hold, and securing the networks and earning rewards from it, that's just it's a win-win. So EPM wallet, early and staking rewards. Okay, that's great, man. We all are striving and grinding with everything that we're doing and working hard. And no. Are you talking about Mike on Twitter? It actually has my face. Aren't you so lucky? So I'm gonna let me punch this up. So Crypto Dojo, it actually has, again, it has kind of my face, the profile kind of thing. Okay. So I know it may be challenging to see it, but I'm gonna share this with you guys and make sure there's nothing up here that's. Nah, we're good. So this is. Let's see here. Where is it? Oh, you're not gonna be able to see it. Let's see here. Yeah, it's too bright. It's not gonna work. But it says, "Welcome to Crypto Dojo." It's like a blue background, and it has me as a profile. So that's kind of where I am. But if you're on there, Mike, I can look for you too. But as I said, we're going to be working things out as we go. So we have a place that we can kind of network and everyone can kind of, oh, good, we got 7. Great. Good. So those of you who are coming in now, again, Ledger has fixed their wallet, so they are not having, hopefully, not having their issues anymore, where people can actually get the accurate address and they can see the correct. Okay, I'm going to write that down. Let me just grab my notepad. Well, I'm actually, let's see if I can do this. I'm going to type this in here while we're here. Make sure, I got to make sure I'm giving you the right one. So you guys can find me on Twitter. All right. Hey, Kelly. So that's my handle on Twitter at ScottProvost101. So Kelly, is yours working? So Kelly's saying she checked hers the other day. I'm just trying to get a head count and see. So far we're batting 1,000 with everyone seeing their Gala contracts finally being the right one. So I'm going to redo this here. Oh yeah, sorry guys. You do not want me singing right now. You must be loving life right now, Kelly. Like, whew. Let's see here. I am just doing something real quick. Oh, okay. Let's do this. Nice. Good. I'm glad everyone here so far. So actually what I am doing at this very second is trying to find Mike, but I don't want to take away. I can do that afterwards. But you guys, that's my handle on Twitter if you're there. Figured out another way to... Oh, really? So, did you sell? Wait a minute. You don't have to tell me. I'm sorry. That was inappropriate. I didn't mean to ask that. I just was curious. Well, good. I'm glad you had yourself a plan B just in case. And I think, guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add another poll at the end of this video. I'm going to do another poll. So just be aware for that. I've got another question. I was just thinking about this. I like doing polls in the community tab. It helps us to connect. And So just be aware of that. But yeah, find me guys on Twitter. If you guys are on Twitter or you're on Facebook, find me, okay? I have a Facebook group that is a private group, and if you guys would like to be a part of that, just let me know. So it's the Crypto Dojo. It's on Facebook. So, and I actually, if you go to any of my, you know what? So, if you go to any of my videos that I've been doing, go in the description box, and you will see my social media links. Click on those if you'd like to be a part of those groups. Like I'm on LinkedIn and whatever, but I'm on Facebook and Twitter. I would love to have you guys, and that way we can connect more. Again, until I get the infrastructure worked out and get the tech worked out, that may be a good way for us to kind of connect with each other. And I'll follow you guys also. Yeah. Okay. I think we're all taking a deep sigh of relief now that things have kind of worked itself out with that. And now we can focus on the business at hand of having Gala focus on building great games and not be distracted. Wow. Oh, well, yeah. That's why some projects I've had in the past that I wanted to let go, I just kept them in my MetaMask wallet because it's like, I'm not going to spend twice as much to sell. I'm going to lose money by selling. It makes no sense. It's not hurting me anything. I just keep it in my wallet. So, yeah, that's a tough deal with gas fees. And again, depending on what time of day too, that you go ahead and you sell and you do that. I don't blame you. You know, you got to find. It's important to have an out to figure out what options I have if things don't get worked out. Well, do I have any recourse? Can I sell? Can I do? What can I do? What am I in a position that I can do? So, I totally don't blame you there for sure. Oh man. So it is a pretty peaceful evening right now here in Florida. It's pretty quiet right now. I'm gonna go back and do this. Hang on for a second, guys, as we're talking. Let's see here. I'm gonna try to share a link with you that I started earlier. Come on. Moving slow. See if I can copy it. My older Mac, it takes a while for things to do anything here. So I am going to go back to here. Come on, you can do it. Click on this. All right. All right, let's try this. See if this works. Come on, let's go. There we go. All right. So this link right here, guys, is actually a link to my band's music video that we did. I'm really proud of it. It's really cool. I just thought I would just kind of share that with you guys. But it's a lot of fun. I know it's off topic because we're focused on crypto, but hey, Nick. Oh, man, what did you miss? Holy crap, brother. You missed Ledger fixing their well, unless you have Ledger, then you know already. But they, I'm just shutting this off because it's blinding me. It's blinding me. All right. So, yeah, Ledger has fixed their issues that they've had with their wallets, and I think everything is, going good. See, you know what, Brian? Yeah, you got it. I've been trying. I'm going to tell you, I've been reaching out to the guys at Gala Music because I think our music is pretty damn good, to be honest with you. So I'm just, I'm hoping I'm not exact. I filled out an application like 8 months ago, maybe even sooner, but our EP is out. We're on Spotify. We're on iTunes. We're on Amazon. I mean, it's crazy. So that's kind of where we're hitting, but we'll see. But Gala Music, we've been focusing so much. Yeah. Yeah, man. No worries. It happens. But we've been concentrating so much on the gaming platform that I've kind of been neglecting the music and the films. So I wanted to... Hey, Invest. Welcome. Glad you could tune in. Glad you could make it. Good morning? Yes. Good morning. You're in the Philippines, right? Is that where you're located right now? I think that's where you might be. But that's an area that I definitely want to spend a little bit more time covering, is more of the music and the film platforms. I've been so focused on the gaming section that I think it's important, that we don't neglect those other two pieces. Oh, so here's something else. On Meow Match, I noticed the other day that when it comes up to the home screen, it never said this before, so they must be getting close to making an announcement of soon, like ownable, like ownable gaming, owning your cats, coming soon. So that wasn't up last week. So that's just been the past 3 or 4 or 5 days. So that's something that from the mobile platform was different than what I've seen. So we need to keep our eyes out for that. So even if you're not a big gamer, especially if you're not into Meow Match and that sort of genre of game, again, it's not necessarily my top, but hey, you know what? Why not? It's free, doesn't cost anything. If you got a few minutes, you need to turn your brain off for a second. That's actually pretty simple. You just pick up your phone, put it on, and presto changeo, you're there. So, that's something that is really cool. So I definitely want to start doing a few more things with the Gala film and the Gala music. I'm going to actually write that down because I don't want to forget. All right, I'm back. All right. And then something else really cool just happened, and I'm not sure if I can tell you about it yet. I need to find out, but I will let you know. But it's something that's really cool. It's actually a project that I'm involved in. So once I find out that I can say something, I can put it out there, I'm definitely going to do it. But it's just really cool. So I'll keep you guys posted on how that goes. See how I just did that? I told you something about I told you nothing about something that's happening. So I apologize in advance. I got to keep you coming back though. So keeping your eyes out for, everything that's going on. Keeping your eyes out for other wallets too. Has anyone heard? Is any other wallets having issues other than Ledger? And if so, have they gotten resolved? Do you guys have any idea? All right, let's put this in here. I can see Gala getting into the metaverse, promoting live shows. Yeah. Yeah. This has a whole nother. Yeah, Dave, you're right on. There are so much potential here. Like imagine this. We talked about this before. Imagine being in the metaverse. Talk about life intimidating art, imitating life. Is let's say you're in the metaverse playing a game, watching a Gala film while listening to Gala music from an actual artist. How would that be? That's just would be a real mind. Aha. So there's a lot of different things where I could see them putting all three things together in a metaverse: the games, the music, and the film. So that's something that keep your eyes out because it's probably going to be coming pretty soon. So, and if anyone is here, I know pretty much everyone who's been communicating right now. I know you guys, and I know you are all. I'm going with the assumption you guys all are subscribers because you get it. Yeah, it could be very huge. But if there's anyone here watching or watching on the replay that would like to know when I'm going to do like live streams and videos when they come out, hitting that subscribe button will really help because then you can see. And again, I'm going to be I do a lot of Gala videos and I want to have a little bit of balance. So I'm going to be doing some film and some Gala music and some different projects that I'm involved in or have been involved in, because those are the ones that I've done the most research on. So keep your eyes out. I'm probably going to put a couple different videos out this week. Unless something happens with Gala Games, I maybe do a one on the video aspect of it, an updated video on the music, and also on the Gala film, and maybe a couple other projects. So I plan on doing quite a few videos this week. So keep your eyes out. It's going to be good. I'm glad you guys are here. And find me on Twitter. I posted my Twitter handle up above. The more the merrier. And I'll follow you guys back too. We can stay kind of in the know what's going on. And remember, the 13th and the 14th of June are huge. So if you have XRP in your portfolio, you need to be aware of that because that's when the Himlin docs are going to drop. And we're going to find out what's what. Yeah, there's a lot there. Now we can concentrate on this. And we can really kind of focus on the utility and the projects and the platforms and everything that's being built around the Gallo ecosystem. Gallo, I did it. Every time I say Gallo, you guys got to make me do push-ups. 25, 30, whatever. Man, I have a neural block with that. So, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things happening. And now this is done. They say we won't ever have to do it again, which would be great because I don't know if anyone could take it. I think it's just a triple-decker stress sandwich that we just got through. People, I think some other people are going to be using some more Rogaine because I think some hair was coming out, either being pulled. I don't have to worry about that anymore. But, at one point, guys, I used to have hair down to here in my younger days. And then I became a business owner and became a dad, and whew, it's gone. So, but there's a lot of exciting things happening. A lot of really cool things happen. And there's a lot of cool things happening that I'm doing too for us. I can't tell you yet because I haven't completed it yet. And even though, and I just want to share this with you because I'm just stoked. You guys know me. I'm going to wear my heart on my sleeve. If I'm excited about something, I'm going to tell you. And I'm going to come back to this because I don't want to forget. But a lot of the things that I'm working on, again, we're a small channel right now. We're at 508 family members. Most channels are going to call them subscribers. I'm not doing that. Or subs. That's disrespectful to you guys. That's just like a number. You guys are family members. You guys are more than just a number. And this has been something that I've always done all my life, my professional life, working with my students. Everyone that I touch, that I can help in some way, is connected to me. There's some meaning behind it. It's not just you're just one person and you're this or that. Everyone, you guys are equally awesome, and you guys are rock stars because I don't think you guys have ever missed one of my live streams. And so I really value and appreciate all of you guys. And those of you who are watching, I value you as well. You guys are just as important, and I'm glad that you're here. Oh, man. Mike, stop it. Cut it out. You're killing me. No, just kidding. Yes, it does. Ohana means family. You got it. Living in Hawaii for 20 years, man. It is a big, and you can be family. Like, here's a little thing. In Hawaii, they would call you auntie and uncle. Hey, man. Cool. Hey, Dodge, what's happening, man? Glad you're here. Glad you made it. Yeah, but when I first moved to Hawaii, people would call me uncle, and I was like 27. I'm like, uncle? You're like only 5 or 6 years younger than me. You call me an uncle, but it's actually a sign of respect. And in Hawaii, auntie, uncle, or kumu. Kumu means teacher. So was a huge thing. And Ohana, of course, is kind of family. And yeah, I'm not going to do the whole Lilo and Stitch lines, but it's the same thing. It means the same thing. Cool, man. So Dodge, what's happening? Do you have Ledger Wallet? Because you heard that they fixed their issues and that everyone is seeing, so far, everyone here on this live stream has been seeing the right contract address. Everything's been working out. So if you have Ledger and it's working for you, let us know. Wow. Thank you for your service, man. Two of my bandmates are veterans, and they were in Iraq and everything else, and I've had family members. My uncle was in Korea. My uncles and my grandfather was in earlier wars, and it's just I just appreciate you for your service, and anyone else here watching, if you're watching this video after, thank you so much for your service. We really appreciate it. All right. So, Dodge, you're bringing up an interesting point. Okay, so yeah, I know you're talking about the recovery service. Here's a simple thing. Now, Ledger is a good wallet. Okay, so Ledger is a good wallet. Just don't sign up for the service. Just don't sign up for the. I think right now Ledger is kind of getting a little bit of some heat. Some things were said that probably shouldn't have been and put out there. And I don't even know how long they'll keep this service because of the bad PR. But just don't sign up for that service. Everyone when you sign up, you get people who have shards, and then you can put it together. And I don't know, but just don't sign up to the service. I think you're going to be fine. Don't worry. Yeah. I think sometimes things come out and, things are said from developers. And again, it's real quick. Good news travels fast. Bad news travels faster. So keeping that in mind, just take it for what it is. But I would never sign up for the service. No way. So, but for the majority, now it was interesting. I got a question for you guys. How much money, or let's say how much in crypto, if you had your crypto on exchange, you would feel comfortable, like do you think would be a good number to transfer it off? Like if you reached a certain amount of crypto, do you feel comfortable keeping it on a a centralized exchange, or moving it to any kind of a wallet, hardware wallet, software wallet? I know. That's not me. I people, yeah. I to me, when people put stuff out there, you're doing the people that are following you a disservice. When you are putting information out there or you're glamorizing it, you're making it more you're making it more dramatic. That really, especially now, we don't need that now. Now is the time for just having the facts. Now, if there's a problem with something or an issue, then yes, it needs to be communicated. But I am a school of thought where, look, keep a cool head, no matter what. And I remember training my students for competitions, and if they'd get their bell rung, I was always calm, cool, and collected, because one, if I'm freaking out, they're going to freak out. If I think that they're hurt, they're going to act even more. They're going to be like they're injured. So, a lot of it's just like being a leader, being responsible, and, not, like for me, I want people to join our family because they value what I'm sharing, and they're getting something from it. I'm not going to make stuff up just to, create views, right? So it's not a race for me to get to wherever we're getting. We're going to get there, and I say we're going to do it together, not me. So I just wanted to say that. Brian, so well, let me come back here. I want to come up here. So I actually heard from someone, do you guys know Paul Barron? Have you ever seen any of his shows? Any of his YouTube channel shows? I think they're pretty good. I'll try to catch if I can. But he was saying that if you have anything under $10,000, then you can keep it on exchange. And for me, I'm thinking, wow, okay, that's quite a bit. I would much rather spread that out somewhere. But that's why I asked that question. So now to go back to what Brian's asking me, like what disciplines do I teach? I started doing martial arts when I was 12, which was a Okinawan Shorin-ryu style. And then I trained on and off through my teenage years until I was about 20. Then I got into, or 19. And then once I graduated high school, I got full on into Taekwondo and became a competitor and traveled all over the country and qualified on national teams and that kind of stuff. And I was also an instructor and became a program director. And then I got into, when I moved to Hawaii, I got into Krav Maga, kickboxing, boxing, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, adrenal stress training. So there's a lot of different firearms training. So there's a lot of different things that I've done. And I still work with people privately, but I, that's kind of the disciplines that I go into, that I teach. And I only teach things that I think are, that I have obviously some expertise in. But, so that's to answer your questions. Let's see here. I'm going to come over here and pop this up. Wallet, Ledger, and MetaMask, and get my crypto and exchanges ASAP. Not your keys. Yeah, this is just my philosophy, that if I am actively trading, then I will keep my crypto on an exchange. If I'm going to hodl, if I'm going to hold on for dear life, then I'm going to move it to a wallet. That's just the way it is. A lot of it's going to be, it's really interesting to see when we hit that bull market, what that's going to look like and what's going to be doing preceding it. No, so by the way, so don't forget on the 13th, oh, my dogs are barking. So on the 13th of June, we've got the United States is going to come out with their inflation report. I totally just zoned. I have it written down. And then we got the 14th. We're going to be coming in. We're going to find out what the Fed is going to do with interest rates. And I suspect anyway they're going to keep raising them. So, but I keep saying this, and again, I don't have any inside information, but I really feel that if Ripple wins their case against the SEC, that could usher in the beginning stages of a bull market. That's just my non-financial view, but everyone has been watching this Ripple case for years, and we need something to kind of push us out of it. And I think that could be the start, because that would ripple across, because now SEC saying XRP is a security. They come out and win. That jeopardizes all of their court cases they have going on and really puts them in a bad spot. That's just my opinion. Well, Mike, it never ends, man. You know that. It never ends. But keep your eyes out. And trust me, I will be doing a video, but I will be watching that like a hawk on those 2 days. Keeping an eye out and find out what information is going to be going on. What they're going to be putting out and what's going to be happening. I decided not to post that in front of everybody. But yes, they're not done. Unless we have like a change of leadership and change of policy, we're going to be dealing with this. Yeah, I'm in Florida, the United States. That's where we are. So, we'll just have to see. What for the now, but again, we need to be prepared, right? Proper planning prevents poor performance. We need to be prepared for any event. Ripple wins, Ripple settles, Ripple loses. We need to be aware of that. And this is why the biggest reason for me anyway that I've not put anything into XRP. I like the project a lot. I just feel it's a little bit, for me right now anyway, that could change though. That could change real fast because we got to be ready. Because let's say, for example, so now I'm hypothesizing here. Ripple wins the case. You are going to see a massive, I think anyway, a massive pump. Yeah, that's right. The 5 Ps. Proper planning prevents poor performance. We're going to see a massive pump. There's number 6 on pump, because I think everyone's sitting and waiting and watching what happens. Now, if they settle, I think not a whole lot will happen. If they come out not on top, then you'll see, I don't know how much more it will do. It probably would really be damaging to that, but it would also ripple out. BTC would be affected, Ethereum, everything would be. So there's a lot riding on this, guys. We really need to put some positive energy into XRP winning this case, because it's going to be big for crypto for a long time. It's either going to stop this reign of terror from the SEC, or it's going to embolden them and empower them. So either way. Yeah. You mean it's a crypto? Kelly, is that what you mean? Nice. We got 9 people here. We're getting there, guys. Hey, well, if that goes up, 10x, you never know. So, yeah, but you know what? Again, if China jumps in, they're going to be doing their CBDCs, because they're going to want to have total control. They're not going to want to have their citizens be empowered and be, have their own funds and be able to create wealth separately from that. So we'll just have to see how that goes. All right. Now let's do this as a little Q&A. Does anyone have any questions or anything they'd like to ask? Yeah, I'm sure they are, Mike. The CBDCs are all, except for here in Florida. Governor DeSantis has basically banned any CBDCs, so I'm really happy for that. So hopefully he can get some other states on board. But where do I see Gala by the end of 2023? Yeah, I'm not going to focus on price. I want to focus on development and their platforms that they have. I think there's going to be a lot of different things coming out in regards to their games and music and film. Right now, the music and film, they're sort of like kind of here. They have bursts, but the gaming platform has been the biggest. But I mean, a lot of it's just going to depend. I've put out in the past in previous video where I think it could be, where its potential could be. Where it will go this year towards the end, I don't know yet. I'm not sure. We'll have to kind of see what happens. There's a lot of stuff going on, regulations and everything else, but I don't know. I think it's a little too early for me to sort of speculate right now. Um, a lot of it, everything hinges off of BTC. So if you see Bitcoin going up, going up, going up, or Ethereum, then everyone else will follow the leader and do that as well. Well, good, Dodge. I'm glad you like Gala, because especially because this is almost like a Gala live stream. So I'm glad you like Gala, because so do we. So, and again, anyone here who's watching, let us know where you're from. We're glad you're here. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel and becoming a family member, then, I encourage you to do so. It lets you be notified when I do live streams, which have been like 4 and 5 nights a week. It also lets you know when videos, you get notified when I drop a video. And so there's just a lot of things going on, and especially when I'm creating. Greeting. Valsai, you were here before. Yes. Hello, welcome. Glad you made it. London, man. I'd ask how the weather is, but is it raining? Yeah, I mean, there's so many different factors that play into where a project goes that really don't have anything to do with the project itself. There's a lot of micro factors that happen. And again, especially here in the United States. And I'm going to be honest with you, like, a lot of crypto projects don't want people talking, referring, like doing price predictions or speculating on the price, because when you put that stuff out there, then it sort of like raises, I mean, even though everyone does it, but if you are in any real good solid crypto project, they're not going to be talking, and they're not going to want everyone else talking about the price of the project, because that raises the awareness of the SEC. Then they come in and do an audit, because it's all about, is this particular game or this particular project a security? Because seriously, the SEC, this kind of reminds me of when they would do like the Salem witch trials, when people would be accused of being a witch, and then they'd investigate it immediately, and then they would have these crazy ass tests that there's no way to win. There would be absolutely no way to win. So in that case, it really, and that's a big deal, and that's why, like, Gala does not, if you're on Discord, they will boot you out. They will give you a warning. They'll say, hey, make sure, be aware of, let's not have a discussion about price. But if a person is keeping on, they will get booted from Discord, because they don't want to have the eye of Sauron, right, looking at them. And I don't either. I don't want the SEC looking at Gala. You know what would happen if that happened? We'd be hitting some all-time lows. If that came out, that the SEC was looking at Gala. So, that's like the biggest reason that I think a lot of crypto projects do not want open discussions about price. That's just my view. And we kind of sort of knew that already. I think those of us who know, we know. I mean, it's common. It's not like it's not common knowledge. Right. Yeah, it wouldn't be good. So it would be a tough situation. But, well, hey guys, So, is there any other questions? Anything that we can cover? Again, the main focus here, which I was excited all day to come on and talk to you guys and share with you guys, is the fact that Ledger Wallet has now officially fixed their issues. And right now, I think we've got, out of everyone on this live stream watching anyway, and I'm curious for you, if you're watching here on the replay, if you are able to see the new contract and your values are right. But it seems like we've got like 100% success rate, which I'm really glad, because I'm honestly, I just, honestly, I'm tired of this, and I think we all are, and I think it's just like, let's move on with life and move on with honestly more important things than, is the value in my crypto wallet the correct one? Is the contract in my crypto wallet the right one? I think we all want to move forward from this and be like, all right, next. So I'm confident that we're in a place to do that now, which is great. So we'll just have to go forward and find something else fun to focus on. Yeah, I think there's a lot of things happening behind the scenes that we don't even know about yet. And then once Jairi comes out officially, whatever name they're going to give it, I think that'll be a huge positive, another positive push. Gala has a tendency, when things start dropping down, like I have a feeling, and I don't know, it's just my gut telling me, that they're going to come out with something this month. Because May was tough, I think something's going to happen in the next 2 or 3 weeks that's going to raise that goodwill. So I just really still feel bad about the people that lost, that were on Coinbase, that for whatever reason did not move their crypto in time, did not get their Gala out of there, and lost it all. And now they're sour on Gala and on Coinbase, when in reality, this may not make me a whole lot of friends, but it's our responsibility. And I'm sorry if you lost your crypto. I apologize, but you got to pay attention. You got to keep up. If you have any kind of an amount, you got to know that crypto moves fast, and you got to be vigilant. Got to be vigilant. So I just feel bad. I don't know. That's all right. You're still waiting for that. So you want me to so Mike has been asking me to do a Gala Games tutorial video. Is this like going through the whole process of showing you the video, how to link to Discord, all that good stuff? You want me to just go crazy? I can do that. Would that be popular? Would you guys be interested in that? I know Mike would be. I think it'd be cool too. I'm just curious. Keep your eyes peeled, Mike. That may pop up. Okay. All right. I've got it in my notes. I have it wrote down, so don't worry. Oh, okay. Okay. All right, guys. Well, like I've said this before, too, decisions are made by those who show up. So I will, you know what? I think what I'll do is maybe I'll do a comprehensive video about the Gala Games platform. Who, what, where, when, and why of it all. I think that'll be... Oh, great, Mike. Fantastic. Get those notifications turned on. Yeah, because when you do that, it lets everyone know that the video is out and posted. So make sure that, and that's again the other part of it is when people, when liking a video is great. I appreciate that, and when you subscribe, you'll get, and you turn your notifications on. It's the same thing for these live streams. When I do live streams, it says notify me, and then that way you know when I'm going to do a live stream. When's the next bull run? Oh man, yeah. I'm not touching that. Who knows? Invest. You have a great one. Thank you. Thanks for popping in. All right, go shopping. Appreciate you being here. So yeah, guys, and keep posted because sometime this week I'm going to be making some announcements on some really cool things. So just keep your eyes out. But I'm going to again keep on. Yes, when I know, yes, yes, we need some Gala merch. That needs to happen. Thank you. I'm gonna make a note. I'm gonna reach out to Jason and some of the mods and find out what the deal is. But so hey everyone, I'm gonna let you guys go. I hope everyone having a great morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world. I just want to say I appreciate you guys all very much for being a part of our Crypto Dojo family, and I will keep you guys posted. Keep your eyes out. I'm going to be doing some videos in the next couple of days, and I will see you here tomorrow. And remember, here at the Crypto Dojo, crypto never sleeps. All right, guys, talk to you soon.